Welcome to CSS Chronicles. 21 Lessons for 21st Century. Chapter 3. Liberty. Chapter 3 is entitled, Liberty, and is subtitled, Big Data is Watching You. In this chapter, the author begins by referencing how feelings essentially function as algorithms, and how historically, liberalism has relied on feelings to define fundamental individual choices in circumstances ranging from voting to choosing a partner, to choosing a movie to watch. He offers that algorithms have the potential to know individual human beings better than they know themselves, and therefore also have the potential to make better choices and decisions. He goes on to suggest, however, that while algorithms can potentially enable a more effective sense of individuality, they may simultaneously impede a full sense of freedom which, he adds, is one of the founding principles of true liberalism. Harari believes elections are not about what we think but what we feel. Despite clear flaws in democracies, most believe it is still better than all its alternatives. But in future, big data and AI have the potential to run the world. If we can make decisions on education, work and society based on data, there is no need for democratic elections. People's needs, choices and demands will become easily managed with AI, big data and automation. We already rely on big data for personal finance, big business and war. So, it seems likely that political decisions are the next step. Harari provides the example of how data has been used in warfare to strengthen this argument. He states that whenever Palestinians make a phone call or post something on social media, they are monitored by Israeli microphones, cameras, drones and software. Then, this data is analyzed by algorithms. These algorithms tell the Israeli security forces where potential threats might arise. Without this big data, the Israeli soldiers would not be controlling approximately 2.5 million Palestinians. This is an example of big data making human decision-making easier. Harari's main thesis in Sapiens and in this book is about stories, what they are, which ones we choose to believe in, and how they shape our world. Liberalism is one of the greatest stories we have invented. Human liberty is its #1 value. According to liberalism, free will causes us to act the way we do and gives rise to political systems, whether authoritarianism or democracy. Liberalism impels us to believe in the sanctity of free markets, and in our personal lives, we would be wise to follow our hearts. If we don't violate the freedom of others, we are free to do what we want. These are the core tenets of human rights. Moral decisions, too, can be determined by algorithms, indeed, they already are. The ethical discussion of how to program an algorithm to operate in real-life situations is already taking place. Autonomous cars, by communicating with each other, will have to make instantaneous choices about which sacrifices have to be made, which passengers' lives are more expendable. Machines, far from being considered incompetent moral agents, are inheriting the responsibility for moral dilemmas that have plagued philosophers and lawmakers for millennia. There is a dystopian vision of the future where AI will take over the world, but people who are afraid of such a future are conflating two things, intelligence and consciousness. Intelligence is about solving problems, consciousness involves feeling pain, love, and anger. Harari isn't saying that it's impossible for people to program robots to commit atrocities, but that if these atrocities ever do happen, it won't be because a certain machine decided it was fed up with the world.